We're the Honest Guides, and here in Prague, quite often we give recommendations on where to eat, especially now in 2022. But also we like to go through old guides, and sometimes from the previous century. And we just found a guide from 1988, to be more specific, an old video where a guy is walking around Wenceslas Square right here, and he's asking people where do they go to eat, the locals. So I'm gonna put on my 80s shades and ask the locals, where do they eat here in Prague? Dobrý den, můžu se vás zeptat, kam chodíte v centru Prahy na oběd? No, don't speak Czech. Okay, sorry. Kam chodíte v centru Prahy na oběd?
English, please.
English, please. Okay, thank you. Ne? Kam chodíte v centru Prahy na oběd? Ne? Kam chodíte v centru Prahy na oběd? English, okay. Well, as it turned out, no surprise, not too many locals are around here in the city center of Prague. But let's see what they were saying, the locals, in 1988 about the food options here in Prague.
Řekněte mi, kam chodíte tady v centru Prahy na oběd?
No, vlastně nikam, protože moc se tady chodit nedá. To víte, do restaurace těžko, protože to bych 50 korun za oběd denně dát nemohla.
Tu a tam, když jsou finance, tak si sednu do restaurace.
A dostanete se do té restaurace bez problémů?
Bez problémů nikdy ne.
Jsou dost velké fronty, v poledne měla bych být zpátky za půl hodiny, často se mi to nepodaří.
From today's point of view, it's unimaginable that there would not be a room to sit down in a restaurant. There are so many restaurants in downtown Prague that we actually have the opposite problem now, and that is to get your head around which one is good and which one is bad. That's why we also do the Honest Guide, so you know that that restaurant is really a bad tourist trap, and the one just around the corner is a local cool place where you can eat for good money. By the way, some people in this video also mention Automat Koruna.
Vy pracujete v centru Prahy?
Ano, pracuji.
A kam tady chodíte na oběd?
To je horší, no, tak po automatech.
And Automat Koruna was this place behind me. This house is called Koruna, and it was basically a Czech fast food. It was a place where you would just pop in for lunch, quickly eat whatever you could get. And I called my dad because I don't remember that place, and he said, yep, that was really fast. I mean, you could turn away from your meal for a second and somebody else would be after it and start eating it. Not anymore, because obviously it was replaced with the fast foods that we now all know and have around in Prague. I kind of miss having those places around, but we'll show you more, don't worry. The video from 1988 is complaining about the fact that many of the spots in Old Town Prague are used as storage facilities rather than restaurants.
Za těmito zataženými roletami by mohli obědvat lidé, kteří jsou dnes nuceni stát dlouhé fronty v automatech nebo jíst v chůzi hamburgery či párky v rohlíku.
Now, looking at that from today's point of view, that's unthinkable. I mean, all these places, all these spots are worth a fortune because tens of thousands of tourists go through here every day. So I doubt we could find a single of these stores that is only used as storage.
Mnohá restaurační zařízení už dosloužila. Zbývá tedy jen rekonstrukce. Po rekonstrukci takových objektů dochází k okamžitému přeřazení do vyšší cenové skupiny. Potká podobný osud i tuto známou restauraci u Modré Štiky?
Fast forward 34 years and we know what happened here. Many restaurants have changed by the house at the Blue Pike. By the way, you can see that fish up on the house. There was a fish restaurant, then TGI Fridays, and finally we got the Irish Times, where you can obviously get the Guinness beer. If you don't like that, you can go to Starbucks or an overpriced mini market or a fake wheat for tourists. But definitely not a single storage space, because that would just not make sense anymore. We literally just turn around with the camera towards this building, and our guide from 1988 is mentioning that a new place just opened up, a wine place that also serves food in the basement. Well, nowadays there's ice cream, chocolate, and a kebab. We'll sample it for you, don't worry. And unfortunately, the basement is once again used as storage. Not only the situation with restaurants was different in 1988, but also with traveling. We were unable to travel back then. Nowadays, we're free to travel, and not only us, but also our devices. I'm getting to today's partner of our video, longtime partner, which is SurfsharkVPN, thanks to which your device can be placed anywhere around the world, around the globe. Therefore, if you want to watch content that would otherwise be restricted for your country, you can place your computer, your phone, unlimited devices wherever you want. restaurant and watch a movie that is on a streaming service that you pay for, but you can't watch it just because you live in a different country. Me and Honza use Surfshark all the time, not only living here in Czech Republic, but also when we travel. And if you want to try it out for yourself, you can do so by clicking the link below the video. And if you use the code HONESTGUY, you'll get 3 months for free and 83% off. So try it out, and we're going to try some food that was recommended from the 1988. I think we should do something very light, like a goulash with dumplings. Another complaint in the historical video is not only lack of restaurants, but also that some of them are very expensive.
Na první pohled to vypadá, že restaurací je tu dost. Nejsou však pro ty, kteří by v nich chtěli obědvat každý den. Kdo z nás může dát za guláš 45 korun, za biftek 85?
They're showing that a lunch was around €2 and that it is very expensive. Well, from today's point of view, that's laughable. €2, that's nothing. Well, but if you want to compare it to today's prices, you have to multiply that by 10. So we're looking at €20 for lunch, which is pricey. And right now we're sitting in downtown Prague in the very touristy area, and the same goulash that back then was €20, today less than 10. And by the way, a very good goulash. By the way, we didn't pick this restaurant just randomly. I know this place because I got a good view from here towards the money scammers, so sometimes I sit here and watch them. But also this restaurant was mentioned in the 1988 guide as a new wine place that opened. Not anymore a wine place, but a restaurant.
V jednom z nejslavnějších objektů gotické Prahy byla otevřena stylová kavárna Café Colombia. Ještě nedávno byl ve starobylém domě sklad. Teď je tu útulná dvoupodlažní kavárnička.
Well, Colombia Cafe is long gone. Now it's a baguettes cafe, and we just stepped in to take a look around, and it's everything but stylish and cozy. Now it's more like a music festival stand. Yet we're not at a music festival, we're by the Charles Bridge.
Malé hospůdky pod širým nebem, kterým si Pražané zvykli říkat zahrádky, se konečně začaly v centru množit.
Wait, what did he say?
Malé hospůdky pod širým nebem.
Little pups under the open sky? Can we please go back, instead of calling these places gardens or patios, to little pups under the open sky? Like you walk into a restaurant and be like, oh, excuse me, do you have a little pup under the open sky? I'd absolutely love that. Now the guide said that there's very few of those in Prague and that usually they don't serve food. Obviously not true anymore. Just behind me is one of the nicest pubs in Prague, Balostranská beseda. You can sit outside, not only drink, but also eat, and there is many of them. Honestly, obviously, we have the Honest Guide channel full of those videos, so you can check them out. And if you're curious about more of these historical videos from the year when I was born or even older, we will link the video that we were using into the description below. And we also owe you a video from 1882, or that the guide we followed from 1882, because we promised you that I will make a follow-up on that video and I will be dressed in a costume from the 19th century. We did not forget about it. Don't worry, coming up soon. That's it. I was the Honest Guide. These glasses I was wearing are from my grandfather, Honza behind the camera, and we'll see you next week here on our channel.
And at the end, we will teach you a Czech word. This time it's me teaching it. And the word is štěstí, which is happiness. So štěstí is happiness. And we're really happy. We have some new štěstí. Woo!